Okay, guys, good morning, good evening. Welcome to my channel here. This is Sunaina once again. But this time I'm going to do something a little bit different for you guys if you can understand what I'm trying to do here. Now, I'm not sure if you guys happen to know anything about the twin flame journey, but if you don't, you should read about it. You should understand it from the spiritual point of view because everything in my channel is related to spiritualism. I don't like to involve other things here. So, spiritualism is a part of my channel, part of my understanding, and that is the reason why I read tarot, not professionally, but I've done tarot read for a lot of people on a personal level, of course, free of cost, and I'm not going to charge any money for anything because, like I said in one of my previous video long time back, that I'm not going to play with people's karma, not telling them, oh, this is what it is, that is what you need to do this, you need to do that, otherwise things are going to fall for you and you're going to end up in a bad shape. No, it's not that. Tarot is not about all that. If you understand what tarot is, you understand spiritualism, and if you understand what spiritualism is, you will understand what tarot is. So tarot, like I said before, is nothing to do with your astrology. I mean, it has a little bit of astrological features, of course, because tarot also works according to the cosmic power and the cosmic evolution. But it is not that I'm going to go through the astrological signs for you guys right now, or talk about astrology at this point in time. Although like I said, astrology is a part of the entire process as well, but not to the effect of influencing people's lives. Now, in this particular read that I'm doing for people, for the community, I'm targeting the community for twin flames. Now, like I said, if you don't know what twin flame is, please go through the through articles you might find, through twin flame journals that are out in the community for people to read, to understand about spiritual union, spiritual things that people, they talk about, but they really have no clue about spiritualism. To a lot of people from different societies, spiritualism means going to the temple, going to the gurdwara, going to the church, bending your head down, praying for a long time, and walking out and doing the same things over and over again. That's not what spiritualism is. Like I said, if you understand tarot, you will understand spiritualism. If you understand spiritualism, you will understand what I'm going to talk about here. I am targeting this particular read only for people who are in the twin flame journey of love. Okay, now when I say twin flame journey, it's a completely different journey. It's not the usual journey that people have every year, every month, every day, or from the time they are into the system of falling in love. They meet a person, they get married, they have kids, they build a home, and everything seems hunky-dory. That's not the journey here. This journey is completely different. This journey is a total spiritual journey that does not happen with many people. But again, it happens with a lot of people as well. So therefore, there is a community that's what we call the twin flame community in the world, where people of the same kind of experience, they all come together, and they talk it out. They exchange ideas, they exchange their difficulties. They share with one another the ups and downs, the good and bad, the right and wrongs, and stuff like that. So now, the twin flame journey, there are stages of this journey as well. There are a lot of people right now who have just come into the journey. They probably have not recognized that this person, the divine male or the divine female, whoever it is their twin flame. Some people are midway in the journey, they have recognized, they have become aware, they know what the twin flame is all about. They have learned to recognize the omens, the signs, the symbols of this love, of this unconditional love, that I would like to say, where the give and take relationship that normally happens in the 3D world, is different than what happens in the spiritual world. This twin flame is a mix and match of the 5D and the 3D. So the contract of the twin flame, according to the spiritual understanding of people who know about it, have been signed in the 5D. All that these people in the twin flame community are doing today in the 3D they are coming into the spiritual union. Some people have just walked into that, some people are midway there, and some people have already reached the point, the apex of the spiritual union. Now this entire journey is a very different journey from what you people have been used to. Most of the people have been used to where they get married, like I said, have kids, and become a husband and wife, exchange vows, until death, and blah blah, and so on and so forth. But this journey is a totally completely different journey. Sorry about that. So here I'm going to talk about the twin flame journey later on as I go. For you, understanding will be a part of it, but you will have to recognize what I'm going to talk about in this channel here. Now, this journey for different people, like I said, have reached different points, okay, of their union, of their coming together. So right now, I am picking up on the energies of that particular group, as I would like to say, who are somewhere in the stage of from the mid to the apex. They are not in the mid anymore, they are not in the apex at the moment. So they are somewhere in between the mid and the apex. They are not in the infant stage, but they have crossed that. They have gone and crossed the mid stage as well. But right now they are standing like because my energies kind of tell me that the ones that I'm picking up on right now, it's the community, it's the total community, collective energies I'm picking up on. But this collective energy that I'm picking up on are for the group who is in between the mid and the apex. So if you are not in one of those group, it is not going to work for you. It will not resonate for you. But if you are in that group, it's going to resonate for you for sure. And that is the reason why I've picked up on these energies, because I think it's the collective energy that also comes through within me. Now over here, I've got 3 cards here. The first card is Express Your Love, which is a beautiful card. So the divine masculine and the divine feminine are being guided by the universe to express their love. That is what the universe is asking them to do. And that is why I've also got this card, which is a beautiful card of 2 of Cups, which is offering. Offering is a wonderful card, and therefore it's the divine and the masculine, the divine feminine. They are both kind of offering their love, their fulfillment, their wishes, their understanding, their joys, their happiness, everything to one another. They're giving the cup to one another, and they're being blessed by the archangel here, who is guiding them, and also kind of the universe wants them to come together. So that's the reason why I said that this particular energy level is somewhere between the mid and the apex. So it's not in the communion till now, it's not in the union spirit right now, but it is not also in the other stage. It is somewhere hanging in between the mid and the union part of it. So therefore this is the universe talking to this particular group right here, of asking them to offer their love to one another, express your love freely, which is wonderful. And it says go ahead and make the romantic gestures, which is, I think, just wonderful. That's what the universe is asking people of this particular energy level to do. Now, along with that, I've also got this card here asking both the male and the female to love themselves first, love yourself first. It's very important for you guys to understand that in the spiritual realm of the world, the love for one another will always be there, but provided you can give the love to one another the way it should be given, like this way. But at the same time, you also need to love yourself. That's very important. And for this, one has to keep away from the devil energy. The devil energy is not a very good energy, because you can see this devil here. He's got the horns, and he is kind of dominating the man and the man and the woman. So therefore, the man and the woman here, it's both ways it goes. So therefore, it's not a good energy to have. Therefore, if you are going to express your love, if you're going to love yourself first, you also need to keep away from the devil energy, because both go hand in hand. They are all going hand in hand. So all these energies are coming up here. That's kind of telling me that please keep away from the devil energy if you have to come here, if you need to come and offer the gift of love to one another. So it's very important for that particular sector of the community to understand that you need to please push yourself away from this devil energy. That's not good. It's control issues, it's dominations, it's kind of, it's my way or the highway kind of an attitude. That's not going to work for anybody. Therefore, you need to keep this away and love yourself first before you throw out the love, like I've said in the previous video. In many places, before you actually throw out this love to the other people, or to your your better half, whoever is in the twin flame journey here. So that's important for you guys to remember, is to love yourself first. And the last one here that I have is, of course, retreat. It says it's time to disconnect from the world, which means that if you are going to do all these, if you're going to love yourself, if you have to express your love, you also need time to understand, awaken, and be in solitude, which means you have to both retreat for a while. It's not just one person, it's both of you. It's both of you taking your time off from this kind of energies at the moment, till this portion of time, to walk away from each other, to give space to one another. Because right now, if you don't do it, what is happening is the wheel of fortune has got stuck. It's in reverse. So both of you need to part ways from this world, from the physical 3D kind of situations. Walk away, because you need this energy to come back like this, where the wheel of fortune, when it's like this, can move, and that means that your cycle of love in the twin flame community is going to move as well. But right now it's got stuck like this, which is not moving. That is not a good sign. And for this, I've got a clarifier here. A couple of clarifiers have fallen out. One is the Hanged Man. Now if you look at this person, he's hanging upside down. One of his leg is tight over here, but the other leg is free. That means the universe is telling you that you are not completely bound, you're not completely trapped. You do have one of the legs outside of this chained area, so which means that you can actually go out of this entrapment, that if you're feeling, both male and female, and walk away from that kind of an energy of being motionless. This person depicts not being in motion. Everything for him has stalled. He or she is not being able to take the next leap of faith. They are not being able to jump into the next phase of their life, because of this person here who is hanging motionless, and the reverse wheel of fortune that is not turning at all. The next is, I've got a clarifier in the same space for this collective twin flame reading, the star in reverse, which is, of course, again, the star like this is a good card, because it means the universe is kind of guiding you. You are able to see what's going to happen. You're going to feel good about it. But right now, because of this wheel of fortune having got stuck, you both need to retreat, of course. And because of the star being in reverse, you're not being able to see further than what you should have been able to see in this kind of an union energy, or in this kind of a twin flame journey. The next one is the Five of Cups in reverse. Now, the Five of Cups, I always treat this as a twin flame cup, because when you look at this cup, at this picture over here, you will see this man standing solitary here. For sure, he's grieving. He's not liking this feeling of the three spilled cups here, but he's got two cups at the back of him, and he's forgotten to look at this. Now, these two cups represent the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and that is the reason why I call this Five of Cups as a twin flame card. Okay, and this card has come out, but this card has come out in the reverse like this, which is of course telling me that this person, whoever it is, the man or the woman, they are able to move away from the grief period of the three cups of having been spilled over. So therefore something has happened in their life. That's why they're retreating, because they want to get to love themselves first, before, of course, before they have to love, before they can express their love at the same time. And that is the reason, from this kind of an energy of the Wheel of Fortune having got stuck, this person is able to make a getaway, leaving the three spilled cups behind. Okay, which is a good sign here. And then I've got the Chariot in reverse, which is a last clarifier. Now, the Chariot in this condition is a different story. The Chariot in reverse is a totally different story, which means there is lack of direction, there is aggression. The Chariot is not moving, it's got stuck, because the Chariot moves only when it is like this. But when it is like this, the Chariot is also stalled, just like the Wheel of Fortune. So if you look into these cards, these are the energies that has come up for the last card here. So in order for you to achieve this particular gift of love for one another, you will have to do all these by yourself. You have to learn to love yourself. You have to both retreat for some time from these energies, to turn back the Wheel of Fortune, to turn the Hangman back again, to turn the Star back again, which is very important. This card is good because this person has been able to see something and is moving away from that kind of grievous situation that he was kind of facing before, maybe, but right now he is kind of trying to move away so that he can turn back the Wheel of Fortune. And the end is the Chariot in reverse, which is again kind of warning us that there is lack of control, there is lack of direction, there is an aggression. Don't be aggressive, don't have the lack of control, lack of direction, because that is very important at this point in time when you want to achieve this kind of a solitude for yourselves, both of you, the man and the woman. Now, over here, I have got the Oracle card, which says Stand Your Ground, which is standing your ground is an empowering confidence, building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So whatever is happening in your twin flame world, in this journey, whatever you're facing, you know, you're the best judge of your condition. You have to stand your ground. You cannot walk away from this, because if you walk away from this, everything will shatter, everything will fall. So you need to build a foundation for yourself. You need to stand up on yourself. You need to build and be there, support this kind of the twin flame journey to get into the mode of the Two of Cups here. And therefore, there is a goddess guidance here, which says, inner guidance, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciate your divinity. Self-explanatory, and also have compassion for yourself. Don't just be compassionate to others, because when you are in a twin flame journey, you have to go through a lot of hassles. You have to go through a lot of hurdles, not only in the 3D, because it's also a contract, like I said, which has been signed up in the 5D. You are just coming down to the 3D to allow that thing to happen, to manifest. But at the same time, to manifest this into perfect spiritual union, you also need to have compassion for yourself, and that is why you also need to love yourself first. Express your love, and also at the same time, you need to love yourself first. It's very important. Loving yourself first. And for that, if you need time off, do it, because the goddess guidance over here is asking for you to have compassion for yourself first before you throw out the love or find this true love here that's coming in the way, that's in the way. But right now, you need to follow the process to keep away the devil energy, to keep away all these energies, that is not really helping you. So therefore, take time off, retreat, express the love first for yourself, express your love first to yourself, love yourself. That's very important. For these energies to come back to normal, you need to follow the wisdom of your inner self, of your inner soul. At the same time, stand your ground, and at the same time, have compassion for yourself. If you follow these patterns that my reading indicates, the spiritual union is coming in the way. It's not too far away. But for this, at this point in time, this month of October till the end of October, these are the energies that needs to be followed in the collective twin flame awakening journey. People who are, like expressed, people who are in this particular sector of their spiritual union, they have not reached the apex, but they are going there. They are slowly moving towards that, from the midpoint to that. So you're very close to your union, but it will take you a little bit more effort, more time to actually get yourself there, to reach there, because there are a couple of blocks in the way right now. That's slowly going to come to an end. So thank you guys. Let me know if you have any comment, anything that you would like to do on the channel, to let me know how you appreciate this twin flame journey card that I read out. And then from here onwards, I'm going to go into maybe different zodiac signs that I'm going to talk about love from there as well, in every phase of their life, just not in twin flame, maybe in their 3D world as well, but those will come later on. At this point in time, I'm concentrating on the twin flame, which I love doing, and I really enjoyed doing this reading. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day ahead.